Alright, what is going on, good people? And welcome back to another edition of Juggernaut Retro Reviews. And today we're talking about Backlash 2008. So, we go all the way back to April 27th, 2008. And this show was held from Baltimore, Maryland at the First Mariner Arena. So, this wasn't a bad show, but this wasn't as good as like the 2007 Backlash or the 2006 Backlash, 2004. It wasn't as good as some past Backlashes, but I thought this was a pretty good Backlash nonetheless. So let's quit wasting time and let's get started with this review because I don't want to, waste a lot of time here. I just want to do this review pretty quick. So the first match that kicked off the show was the WWE United States Championship match. So we had MVP defending the United States Championship against Matt Hardy, which Matt Hardy was like just recently returning at WrestleMania 24. He costed MVP the Money in the Bank briefcase in that ladder match because we had Matt Hardy and MVP. They were tag team partners like the year prior. For I think like 5 or 6 months or something like that. And then Matt Hardy went down with an injury, which it was a real injury, so they had to write him off TV. So they lost his titles, and MVP turned his back on Matt Hardy. And then finally, Matt Hardy returned at WrestleMania 24. So they were doing this match here, which this match was really fun. I enjoyed it. MVP and Matt Hardy, they had some really good chemistry in the ring. And I thought it was a really good opener. And Matt Hardy would end up actually winning the United States Championship here, which this was one of Matt Hardy's first mid-card titles he's won. Like, he's been tag team champion, he's been cruiserweight champion, he's been hardcore champion, but he's never won like a big intercontinental title, like a US title or the intercontinental title. This was his first one. And then, of course, he will win a big, win a big world title, it was for ECW, but nonetheless, it was still a world title. But overall, I thought this was a really good match. And, they had a, pretty decent feud. They, had some great chemistry in the ring. So, a solid opener here. I really enjoyed it. And then the next match we have is the ECW Championship on the line. This is a rematch from WrestleMania 24, which, this wasn't on the card for WrestleMania. It wasn't scheduled to be on the card, but regardless, this is still a WrestleMania rematch. So we had Kane defending the ECW Championship against Chavo Guerrero. And in the corner of Chavo Guerrero, you had Bam Neely. You guys remember Bam Neely? Being the kind of bodyguard of Chavo Guerrero here. This wasn't as short as a WrestleMania match was. Because that match was 30 seconds or 15 seconds. I don't remember how long it was. Let me actually check really quick. I'm just curious how short that match was. That match was, I'm looking right now. It was, hold on, 11 seconds. Sorry. So that match was 11 seconds. It was definitely not as short as that match from WrestleMania 24. But yeah, I thought this was an okay match. Chavo Guerrero, he tried to do a lot of his cheating in the match. He tried to get Bam Neely to help him out in the match. But Bam Neely didn't really do too much to help Chavo Guerrero in this match. Kane ended up retaining the title. I thought the match was okay for what it was. Nothing crazy here. It was kind of a boring match. I really wasn't, expecting the title to change hands here after, Kane just winning it at WrestleMania 24. So, yeah, it was an okay match. Oh boy, this match here. Oh, this is a barn burner here. We got the Big Show going up against the Great Khali. Yeah, this feud here, this match, I was not a fan of this at all. It seems like in 2008, they didn't really know what to do with the Big Show. He has a match with Floyd Money Mayweather. And then he had his match here with the Great Khali and stuff. But I don't feel like they knew what to do with the Big Show at this point. Later on in the year, he Big Show become like Vicky Guerrero's like the the hand for Vicky Guerrero when she was GM. But other than that, like Big Show wasn't doing very much this year, and this match went on a little more than my liking. Like I did not like this match being like 8 minutes. Like this match should have been like 5 minutes at the most because two big guys in the ring. You know, of course Vince loves those big guys, but like having two big guys in the ring and like that can't really move around very well. Like it's not very good chemistry. They don't mesh up very well together. Yeah, I just really wasn't a big fan of this match at all. But Big Show ended up winning. But did he hit the chokeslam? Yeah, he hit the chokeslam to end up winning the match. Yeah, the match was. I didn't really like the match at all. You know, two big guys they don't have good chemistry that much in the ring. And then the next match we had was Shawn Michaels going up against Batista, and Chris Jericho was the special guest referee. So basically, this whole feud was, so Shawn Michaels beat Ric Flair at WrestleMania 24. And then Batista, he was upset. Like, hey, you didn't have to beat Ric Flair. You could have did the right choice. You could have made the right choice. And, letting Ric Flair win. But, so Batista, was upset about that. And then we had Chris Jericho here, they were doing stuff on the highlight reel. And then, Chris Jericho was saying, oh, Shawn Michaels, he got greedy, he wanted to do that, to stroke his ego, basically. And then Jericho was getting in Batista's there saying, hey, that he wanted to beat, or no, like he wanted, Jericho said that Batista wanted to face Ric Flair and retire him. So, they had this whole back and forth stuff going on here, which just ended up being like a really good mini feud here. I really enjoyed it. And, planted seeds to, Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho in the future, which was a great rivalry in 2008. Like, amazing stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed this match. This match was fun. Like, the storytelling here in this match. Batista has never been like one of the greatest workers in the ring, but his like storytelling, his stuff that he could do is great. And when he's in the ring with the right opponent, he can do some great stuff. And this right here was great. Awesome match. Excuse me. Shawn Michaels during the match, he worked on Batista's arm a lot during the match. That's went to town on his arm. Like being like. With the good in-ring psychology there, that was nice. But it came down, so when Batista was getting ready to go for the Batista bomb, Shawn Michaels reversed it, but then he when he reversed it, he fell down and he kind of looked like he tweaked his knee. And then Jericho was checking it out, and then basically Michaels was playing possum a little bit. And then Jericho hit the sweet chin music on Batista and then got the 1, 2, 3. So the winner of the match was Shawn Michaels. And then, like I said, that would end up planting the seeds to Shawn Michaels and Jericho because they would go on and Jericho would say, hey, he was being a liar. His knee wasn't injured. He didn't tweak his knee. He was playing possum, he was lying. But, with the fans, they automatically sided more towards, even though, Jericho's telling the truth, the fans sided more towards Michaels because, he's a more popular person. So then, automatically made Jericho the heel. But this is an awesome match here. And maybe these three guys, they didn't know what to do with them at this point. Like, hey, they don't have anything going on, which it may feel this was pure greatness here. It was amazing. I enjoyed this little feud that they were doing. But yeah, Michaels didn't end up winning the match. And then the next match we had was a 12 Divas tag team match. So we had the team of Beth Phoenix, Jillian Hall, Layla, Melina, Natalia, and Victoria going up against Ashley, Sherry, Kelly, Maria, Michelle McCool, and Mickey James. yeah, this was basically the dawn, like starting the era of like putting random divas in like random tag team matches and like having the matches be really short. Um, yeah, this match here, I was not a fan of this, and this was like one of the first times ever where you had this many divas inside, like doing it like in a tag team match. So it was like a 6-on-6 match, so being, having a 12 diva match. It was a really short match, kind of forgettable. I mean, Beth Phoenix, she did some really good work in this match. I mean, Mickie James, when she got in the ring, she did some pretty good work. Michelle McCool, she was okay in the ring. Natalya, she was kind of still green a little bit. Melina was okay. But yeah, this match here was just a cluster. I was not a fan of this at all. Like I said, and also, I don't understand why they didn't have a women's championship match on this pay-per-view. Like, I mean, they ended up like having a title, it was Mickie James beat Beth Phoenix for a title. I got a random Raw, like in the UK, which was a cool moment. But I think the title change should have happened here at this pay-per-view, rather than just having a random 12 diva tag team match. Because like Beth Phoenix was like holding the title for like 6 months, but they made her drop the title. I mean, a cool moment, but like, why didn't they just save it for the pay-per-view, which didn't make any sense at all. But yeah, but Beth Phoenix team ended up winning. Beth Phoenix, Jillian Hall, Layla, Melina, Natalya, and Victoria ended up winning. Like when Beth Phoenix hit the Glam Slam on Ashley. So yeah, it was whatever match. And then now we move on to our both main events, or like our co-main event here. So we had the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. We had The Undertaker defending the title against Edge. And I like the match, but I think this match was like their worst in like their rivalry that they had in 08. Like, I love their WrestleMania 24 match. That was awesome, Undertaker winning the title there. I like their TLC match that they had at One Night Stand, Extreme Rules. I like that one. I like their SummerSlam match, that Hell in a Cell match that they had. But I don't know, this match here, it didn't really seem like it added much to the match. I mean, we already had Undertaker, he won the title. He didn't really have much to prove in this match here. I mean, they both had really good chemistry in the ring. But yeah, I mean, this really wasn't much else to prove in this match. I mean, the Undertaker didn't have much to prove here. I mean, he did mouth like to Edge at one point. Said before the match, he goes like, "I'm gonna hurt you." Basically, that's what Undertaker said, and like commentary kept talking about that the whole time. It's like, is that what I think he said? I'm gonna hurt you. But yeah, Undertaker ended up winning. He locked in the Hell's Gate. Edge had to tap out, and then Undertaker just kept in the Hell's Gate really long. Edge ended up like passing out, and then like blood was coming down from like his mouth, like nose. Kind of a little overdone there. I mean, at this time, WWE was still TB14. It wasn't TVPG yet. I don't think they did that until like SummerSlam 08. Or maybe it was Great American Bash. I don't remember. But it was one of those shows. Yeah, but I mean, I kind of get the point. It's a good visual. Having Undertaker. When he said that he was going to hurt him. Keeping that Hell's Gate for longer. Kind of makes sense. But like, they kind of overdid a little bit. Maybe they should have did something else where, where Undertaker just gives him a whole bunch of choke slams, or like gets a steel chair and starts beating him down with it. I don't know. And like they have to carry him off on a stretcher. So that way, I don't know. Maybe just having him pass out without having the blood. I don't know. It just, the blood was a little overdone here, in my opinion. But yeah, Undertaker ended up winning the match, which it was a good match for what it was. And then the next match we had was the main event for the WWE Championship. We had a Fatal 4-Way elimination match, which a year prior was a Fatal 4-Way, but it was an elimination style. But we had Randy Orton defending the WWE Championship against Triple H, John Cena, and JBL. Now, the year prior, it was John Cena, Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels, and Edge. So, kind of replacing them guys, having JBL and like Triple H in here. Those are only two different guys in this match. I thought this match was really fun. I mean, there were some dull moments in this match. But I mean, it was okay for what it was. John Cena submitted JBL by the STF. And then, like, not long after, I mean, right when JBL tapped out, right after, John Cena got hit with a punt by Randy Orton, and then Randy Orton pinned John Cena. So, John Cena and JBL, they got eliminated pretty quick in the match. And then it came down to Triple H and Randy Orton. And I don't know what it is, but I never really liked Triple H and Randy Orton matches. Like, I mean, their matches were good, but, like, I don't know. It seems like sometimes they, put in sleeper holds on a lot, like they do rest holds, and like, I don't know, their matches didn't never really intrigue me. Especially the WrestleMania 25 match, I never really was a big fan of that match, but I mean, it was okay for what it was. I mean, I like how, with the ending, when Randy Orton, he was getting ready to go for the punt, but Triple H reversed it. There was a lot of finisher reversals and stuff. All these guys had, good chemistry. But yeah, there was a lot of finish reversals towards the end here. Like reversing the RKO, reversing the pedigree. But yeah, Triple H reverses the punt, and then he finally gets the pedigree. He had to hit the pedigree a few times. Yeah, hits the pedigree and then gets the 1, 2, 3, and your new WWE champion is Triple H. So basically ending the the Randy Orton era. That's what he was calling the Orton era at this time. Calling that for like the longest of time. Yeah, I mean, it was a good match. It wasn't longer than the WrestleMania 2000 match, that Fatal 4 match and elimination match, but I mean, it was fun. And also they, kind of planted the seeds to like John Cena and JBL, them starting the feud, throughout the summer of 2008. But yeah, good match here, but I don't know, like I said, there were some dull moments in the match, when it came down to Triple H and Randy Orton. I don't know why this didn't have Triple H and Randy Orton and, have them going one-on-one. But I actually kind of, understand, to set up Cena and JBL. But yeah, that was Backlash 2008. Overall, I thought it was a very enjoyable show. I really wouldn't recommend checking this one out first. But I mean, it was still a solid show. Like, I definitely say, check out 07, check out 06. So, check out previous ones before you check out 08. But, there were good solid matches on here. The Matt Hardy and MVP match was good. The Shawn Michaels and Batista match was the best match of the night, in my opinion. Undertaker and Edge was fine. And the main event, Fatal 4-Way, was fine. Everything else is like kind of skippable on this show. But yeah, like I said, that was my Backlash 08 review. Feel free to hit that subscribe button if this is your first time ever checking out my channel. Also, hit that like button. Go down in the comments. Let me know what reviews you guys want to see on my channel. As well as go follow me on all my social media platforms. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheTrueJSB. Also, some videos are coming up for you guys. I got my Backlash 2009 review, so stay tuned for that Backlash review. That's going to be coming up sometime this week here, so stay tuned for that. As well as go follow, go subscribe to all the channels down below. Go subscribe to Kicking It with Leo. Go subscribe to Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the Flag Zone, the TAG podcast. Go subscribe to all those channels down below in the description. And go follow them on social media platforms. Hit that subscribe button. I'm on the road to 600 subscribers, so keep running up them subscribes. Keep sharing the video, because you guys really help me out on here. So I really appreciate it, everything you guys do for me. But this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I will catch you guys in my next video, whenever that may be.